RAMXES.
What is happening, Nerd Nation? We are galloping into action. Welcome to another episode, 9NerdYards, the Dave series breakdown. We are breaking down What Would You Wear and PIBE. So if you want to come PIBE with us, just join in on the fun, throw some comments, and let's introduce the panel real quick. You know him, you love him. He's the whitest member of this crew, so it's only appropriate he went with Marshmallow. It's Jeff. Jeff, what's happening, man?
Not much. How's everyone doing?
Good.
I think we're all good. Yeah, we're just vibing, you know.
Just playing it by.
And you know her, you love her. If you have been following us on The Last of Us, we are introducing Kirsten Cobb. Kirsten is one of our panel members from that series. So if you just follow us on that series, she's new to you. Kirsten, say hi to everybody.
Hey, what's up? I'm excited to be doing Dave. I love that show, and I can't wait for season 3 because it's just psychotic. So,
yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, taking over producer Terry as he travels the mountains and the range plains of Turkey and brings back 2 lucky fans some gifts. So that's going to be exciting. We're hoping that he makes it. So, Terry, if you're watching this later, we hope you have a safe flight. And last but not least, you know him. You love him. He is the captain of this ship. He's the captain now. El Presidente, it's Nine, what's happening, baby?
I'm good, man. I was going to put on like a cardboard box shirt to be in theme with this episode, but you know, I just don't got time for that. I don't got time for that.
It's all good. We'll get a wooden shirt sent out to you soon enough.
Needs one.
For real, I think we all need some wooden shirt. I wouldn't mind a wooden shirt, actually. Like, I don't know where I'd wear it, but I know when I'd wear it. Like, it would be...
Anywhere you wear a normal shirt.
Everywhere you wear a normal shirt.
Hunting, yeah.
For me, I'd definitely rather have one of those shirts than the other, though.
Facts. Yeah. Big facts. Yeah.
I like let's opens.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel I would feel suffocated and claustrophobic in the one that the little kid got. But if I'm a little kid, yeah, old Sauron. But why did they name him that?
Because amazing.
Dope.
Also, that kid's an amazing actor. He was like 5. I think we looked this up. He was like 5 when he did that. It was incredible. So, Kirsten, since you are the newest member of tonight's panel, why don't you go ahead and kick off this episode? What would you wear? Give me your top 3 favorite moments or favorite quotes from this episode, because there's a lot.
Oh my God. When the little kid was wearing the wood shirt and he just fell forward and face planted.
the noise that it makes.
Most of my favorite moments were that little kid. He was so like weird but great when he handed him that stack of bills and then share. I was like, I need somebody's child to walk up to me and hand it was perfect. And then just how goofy, I forget what his name is sometimes, but that produces the beats. He's just so
Els.
And the fact that he just never thought to take the initiative and ask this dude that's been having him run around town doing shit for him, would you like some beats? Like, this is your primary job that you want to have. It's such a struggle. It's so weird to me.
But that is a real dynamic. Like, I mean, I've been in the studio life and musician life, and it is a thing where you don't want to like cross any boundaries if they have a producer like that. Even his approach to him when he was like, I don't know if you have an engineer, like, I don't want to step on any toes. Because some people, it's like, I'll say this, producers and engineers are much like barbers or somebody that like styles your hair, right? Like, once you find a good person, you kind of don't want to go anywhere else. Yeah, like you just want to stick with them. So it would be as if a barber was just like, oh, like I know you got a barber, but like if you ever want like a fresh fade, I got you. You know, like how do you really approach it? So
yeah, but
also,
dude, Trippie Redd even says it though. But you're underperforming yourself.
Right. Facts.
Exactly.
Facts. And also, Trippie Redd looks very intimidating until he's funny. So there's that.
It's the face tats.
Right.
Yeah.
Like anytime you see somebody go near this area, I'm like, you gotta be prepared. You sleep well after that.
And he's got an 8.
Oh, damn.
He's got an 8 in the middle of his forehead, like a calculator.
I was gonna get a 9 too. So I mean, shit.
I got bad news. Blake's already got a 10.
Oh,
just healing really well.
Damn it, the takeover. This is a mutiny. I won't stand for it.
Kirsten, your last one, was that all 3?
Yeah, that was basically it.
Okay,
yeah, it was
fantastic.
For me.
Yeah, the little kid's great. Jeff, kick us off, man. Your top 3.
Well, unfortunately, we covered my my first favorite, the like a calculator. So I'll get another one by the time I get to my end. But my first one then is going to be when he's talking with Trippie Redd. He's like, I Uber. He's like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, no, I drive for Uber. And which is, I mean, it's hilarious, but also like people who have money don't realize just how little money the rest of us do have. So,
right.
The second one is another L's quote when she's like, hey, can you play Party in the USA? And he goes, I would actually rather just pull all my teeth out and eat a steak, maybe. Yeah. He didn't give a fuck.
Right.
And then, you know what? The third one I'll say is actually also just all the little side comments we got from Els while he was DJing that silent disco. Like, I mean, like, yo, she cheated on you. She cheated on you. Hey, give me a high five. You like black people. Hey, give me a high five. You hate black people. Oh, you crazy. I mean, he was having so much fun.
Yeah.
That was actually one of mine. Was the whole you took one of mine. I took one of yours. Fair enough. But was the whole interaction of that dance scene when it's silent disco and he's just like yelling. He's like, high five, you love black people. You know what I mean? Like it's great. It's just so great. 9. What are your top 3, my man?
Top 3, I would say they're all coming kind of in the beginning because it's the kind of continuity that we see when Els is looking at the Breakfast Club like Twitter feed.
The Instagram, yeah.
Yep.
Right. And that's just kind of like foreshadowing like what's to come for the end of the season, which is
that's good. That's
like one of my favorite moments. 2 is just like the awkwardness of just like 2 people in like the friend group just hooking up, and then that like morning after or whatever. That's just a little like it's a little testy or whatever. Number 3 is when Els is talking about the guy that stole his beat.
Yeah.
And and she goes, we should take the beat and murder his mom to it.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. Like,
he sort of skated over it too, like
yeah, they're just like, oh god.
I love Emma.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. All right, so my first one is the line, you look like if they made a new Pinocchio movie, you know, today with all the progressive racial casting.
That was a good one. That was
my second one is going to be actually the wood guy, the guy that they buy the wooden shirt from, like just him as a character. Like it's funny because we love Atlanta and like Atlanta is so great with introducing us to like these characters. We're like, who the fuck? What? Like these side characters they're memorable, and like this guy is very memorable. And when he's like, no, I just got reintroduced back to society or whatever. Like, he's like, have you gone? What did he say? Have you gone on Shark Tank? And he's like, what's Shark Tank?
What's Shark Tank?
Yeah. Or I love the part where he's like, is it splinter free? And he goes, yeah, splinter free. It's taken a year to figure that out. Like, oh, right. There's like some R&D going into this.
I
My
love when Dave is like, "Oh, these must be flying off the shelf." And he's just like, "No,
Not exactly fine.
Exactly.
Kirsten, what were you gonna say?
My thing is like the one that they put on the kid. It's perfectly child size. So was he making them an all like adult
Yes.
animal?
Right.
Yes, yes,
He
yes.
was considering the market.
Yeah, you need to like, you got to spread the merchandise out, right? You got to get big and small people, and I think you got to cover your base as well.
Well, you know what he's got to get? Socks."
Yeah, that was gonna be one of mine. I was like, he gets lifted up from just like being a turtle, like with his on the shell, and then he's just like, first question is like, "You got any socks?" Any socks like these? I'm like, okay,
Gotta complete this fit.
this kid
Like,
gets
Would those technically be clogs then at that point?
I mean, basically, right?
Yeah, I
you
feel
wear shoes over those.
right. I'm with it. And
Yeah.
are those splinter free? That's another question.
Right.
We need
That's probably more importantly.
I need answers. And then also, my last one was when Trippy Red asks Els, he says, "Who was you hold this beat for, Thug?" And he's like, "Young Thug? Who do you think I am?" Like,
Right. I'm not involved.
right.
I
it's
work here, man. I got a job here.
But it's so
Like, I'm a
funny
normal person.
but it's that separation, right? Of like this person who's all around the industry, like used to people making moves. And like, again, it shows that Els knows just as much as Trippy Red he knows Trippy Red just as well as Trippy Red knows Els. Like, he really doesn't know what else Els is doing or who else he's engineering for or who is he producing for, or like if these beats are good, then like, who else is he giving this to,
Exactly.
And all you have to go off of is sort of the sound of what the beat sort of sounds like. So yeah. But yeah, I like this episode. I want to say this more the first time I watched it, and then when I go back and watch it now, I'm like, oh, okay, it's sort of this middle of the line sort of rom-com story.
Yeah.
Like, there's some stuff that's not fully fleshed out. Like, I don't know, like maybe it's because I've watched a lot of rom-coms in the meantime. Again, I watched a lot of rom-coms when this came out, but maybe studying them and breaking them down. But there is almost there is a break in the action, and then the resolution's like, wait, why was I mad at you again? And I'm like, no, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
Come on now, we need more glue. Give me more glue.
That was the least believable part of the episode.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, why you're mad. Shut up.
Also, you have a right to be mad, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, she just wants to kind of play it cool, though, right?
So
she just comes from a different type of.
She wants to pipe. She wants to play.
She wants to pipe. Yeah, she wants to pipe.
So my thing is, though, you can do that and you can keep it quiet without hurting the other person. Like when Gata's calling him out, she's like, "Oh, I'd rather fucking die." Like, come on, you can real easily be like, "Oh, okay, Gata," and like play it off, without doing that.
That's actually one of my favorite moments too, is when Gate is describing the tattoo that he wants. It's like
what's
a
Maserati?
I want to be watching like a really cool documentary. Seats, TVs in the headboard or whatever.
Bro, he's getting head from a Filipino girl.
Yeah, with two Chinese joints. He's got a lot of Asian fantasies. He says Fijian. It's like
it's Fijian girl. Yeah.
Yeah. He's very specific on his fantasies.
Yeah,
but also, how about Gata being my shaman and straight up knowing that they're hooking up?
Right.
Bro,
exactly.
My man's got that sixth sense.
He's picking up the vibe.
He's picking up the vibe. He's a vibe master, bro. He's picking that shit up. He's picking up what you're piping down. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, as far as episodes go, like in the context of the series, I think I once had this higher than I do have it now. How would you, Kirsten? How would you rank this episode as far as Dave episodes go so far? Where we're at in the season?
It's kind of middle of the road for me. It's a 6. It's not brilliant by any means, but I think they could have done a little bit more character building. and just flesh that starting of a relationship out a little bit more. It just didn't feel, like you said, it didn't feel fully written out and fully fleshed out. Like they were sort of workshopping an idea and testing it to see if in the future seasons people would like that relationship. But you do that with test audiences. You don't do that in the middle of your season that's launched. So
Right.
Or if you do it deeply, right? Or set it up before then.
Set it up early.
Because I think one of the things that we like about Atlanta is like in the context of if we have two characters that are together, like say Van and Ern, right? That is set up and that's spread out amongst the season, and there's some payoff and there's some believability to it. We're not trying to cram everything into one episode. Yeah. Whereas we see Ern with like side chicks, but he's not with them for very long. They don't have really any speaking parts, if anything. And so that is believable because like in the grand scheme of the world of Atlanta, like they're not as important as this other storyline going on. Yeah. But Emma is an important thing. So like if there would have been some looks beforehand, or if there would have been something to set this up, or like give me a little bit, flesh it out a little bit, or even flesh out how we reach a resolution, not like I drove through traffic to come see you. And it's like, okay.
Well, at least make it raining and her hair's all wet, you know?
Right. They're relying on you to establish your own narrative of these two characters and their previous interactions before the season 1 events even start. Because they've all known each other for a little bit. And so you're supposed to fill in the gap. Well, as an audience, sometimes you don't want to fill in the gap. I want you to fill it in for me.
Right.
With just even, like you said, the subtle look, a nuance, you know. Maybe they had an awkward date in the past. Bring it up in the dialogue in episode 3 before you get to 7, and all of a sudden you're hooking up, and you're like, okay.
I do think because we know that like there is a little bit of a carryover from this plot line into the next season too, and
actually
it's
into the next episode.
Right, the next episode, right? Yeah. But yeah, it's okay. If you guys are watching, show some love in the comments. Click that like button. You know how we go.
What is your favorite moment from these 2 episodes? Drop it in the comments. Click like. Tell a friend to tell their friend. Get excited for Dave season 3 popping up. Jeff, quick question in here.
Quick answer.
Have you been to a silent disco before?
No, actually. I've always wanted to go, but I've just never gone.
Yeah.
They're fun. They are fun.
I don't tend to do ecstasy, so I don't know how much it'll appeal to me. So, you know.
I went many a moon ago when I was with my ex of 5.5 years. I went for a work event. Like they did.
Let's talk about that.
What dude you wear?
What did I wear?
What dude you wear?
What?
Trying to combine wood and did. Come on. Did you wear a wooden shirt? It's the only thing I care about.
I didn't wear a fucking wooden shirt. Okay.
Well, you would have had a better time.
I probably would have. Who would have known? But it was really cool because one of the things that seemed slightly unrealistic is when they have silent discos, they tend to have 3 different DJs, and you get to turn your headphones into usually it's blue, green, or red, and it's there's like a top 40, there's like a hip hop, and then there's usually like a 90s some sort of channel, or like a pop, like pop 90s something. There's 3 distinct channels though, and it's really cool to see like there's like all the little groups sort of huddle up, and I'm like, oh, this is real life social media. Everybody's sort of huddled up, and then like somebody switches to like a green, and they're like, oh my god, this song and they're tapping, and then you see a green go, and then you see a green go over here, and a green go, and all of a sudden the whole room goes green, and then all of a sudden,
I like how you're just describing herpes.
Well, thanks, folks.
It's an outbreak. It's an outbreak.
Well, I mean, it's essentially like that. It's like watching a real life virus spread in a room. So the fact they only had 1 DJ was a little like, what? Like, why do you need? Why do you have a silent disco? You only have 1 DJ. It doesn't make no sense.
Right. Yes.
I mean, shy people.
Yeah.
You mean they're from Chicago?
No.
I mean,
it looks fun, but I just don't understand the point of a silent disco. But sometimes shit just doesn't have a point. I would still go and do it and at least try it. But yeah, if it only had one DJ and I couldn't pick the songs and it was Party in the USA, I would probably kill myself. So
I want Party in the USA. I like that song.
there's better Miley songs.
I get down.
I'm more worried about the earmuffs. Like how many people are with those earmuffs? You know, you could probably catch herpes.
You sanitize them, bro.
Can
You
you
get the little
herpes in the ear now?
Maybe, who knows?
Have you got?
I'm not
herpes
a
in the ear?
epidemiologist.
it's the
so who
Omega
knows?
variant of Omicron.
Yeah.
That's that year 2000 shit. I don't want no part of it, bro.
So it's just an ew in the comments there. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Philmate's just jumped in. What a time to jump in, buddy.
Right?
Shout out in the comments if you've ever had ear herpes. We want to hear from you right
Herpes.
now. Throw it in there.
The only
go
reason I could think they only had one DJ would maybe it's a startup and they just don't have that much money yet. They want to do an event, but they didn't have enough to like go all out and get 3 DJs. I don't know. I'm stretching.
Yeah.
I got
3
skeptical hippo
DJs
eyes
does
going
sound
right here.
like chaos though. It does.
It's not chaos, bro. It's great.
Because you don't hear anything when the headphones are off.
Right. Yeah, no, it's complete fucking silence. It's the best.
Yeah. Kenya, miss
Kenya's
you.
never had ear herpes.
All right, so guys, we figured out how to get people to engage. We talk about random diseases and random parts of the body.
Yeah, let's see if that's it.
Fantastic.
And see,
Welcome
this
to
girl is
NineNerdYards.
experiencing some ear herpes right now.
Dude, I don't know. It looks like she's got eye chlamydia.
Never had ear herpes. Never had ear herpes. Well, never say never. You know what I'm saying?
I hope you never do.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Knock on whatever you got. Knock on your
I do-
shirt if it's wooden.
I do like some of the allusions to like they do try to toss in a few like rom-com sort of like alliterations. Yeah, the scene from Pretty Woman, right, where she's trying to touch the jewelry and then oh no, Richard Gere gets her. It's same thing with the little wooden shirt. I was like, oh, what a good callback. Or even he's like, we should go back and watch Friends with Benefits. I'm like,
Yep.
oh, how on the nose exactly what is
Yeah.
happening right now.
Exactly.
And then always sort of the awkward, like waking up after like, did we or didn't we? And like, what do we do from here? Like there's always that moment in those type of movies. So yeah, I did like a little bit of like sort of the throwback and sort of like the little like, touche, yes. And it's sort of in mixed in here. If they're gonna go like rom-com, like yeah, okay, go full force with it. But
Yeah.
you know, I do like some of the touches like that. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
I was because I think with the rom-com part that reminded me, I think that one of the big issues of this episode is you could go the rom-com route or you can go the Els route, and they were really trying to flesh Els out as a character. It seems like.
Yeah.
I feel like if they were to do it this way and we didn't know Emma as much as we did before this episode, it would have been okay. But with them both being such big characters, if they wanted to introduce the possible love interest angle into this episode, it should have the entire episode should have focused on that.
Yeah.
As opposed to trying to also put in Els is trying to up his game professionally as well. It was basically they took 2 episodes and just fucking mashed it together and hoped it would work.
The A line and the B plot, right? Like the A line is this like sort of treading will they won't they rom-com love story, and then the B plot is okay, what does Els' career looks like? Because he just looks like a babysitter, which if you're getting paid that much to be a babysitter, I think any one of us, if anybody knows Trippie Redd, and we want to babysit his nephew, like let's just do it together.
And
yeah. I think all 4 of us are very responsible adults, semi-ish.
Not gonna bring any. And no, don't bring those kids to my house, bro. I'm not taking care of them.
But what if he gives you cash and sends you to Hollywood?
Okay, then we got a plan.
I would like that. Sounds great.
Pick a day of this.
Also the trust that Trippie Redd has to let what is he met him 4 episodes ago, like to let somebody just like be like, you know what? You seem good enough to get my vocals right. You know what you could probably get right?
Yeah.
My nephew. Like
That's
just
right.
watch him while I go do this music video. It's very funny.
Not just my nephew, but my nephew and a stack of cash about this much.
Right.
Like, do you eat?
Right?
Do you need food? Yes.
Yes.
I do.
How many monies
Super
is
cute
food?
kid.
Yeah.
That's an awful lot of money to hand a child.
Yeah. But we found out it was like 10 stacks. That's insane.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
what
insane.
Dave thinks it is. Which also,
Sure.
by the way,
It
Dave,
kind of looked accurate though.
it did.
Mhm.
But hey, maybe Dave, maybe don't announce out loud in public that a child has about $10,000, especially when you're in front of a guy you just found out got out of jail like recently.
Yeah.
Who got out
Yeah,
of jail?
exactly.
The Woodman?
The Woodman.
Yeah.
What,
He-
he says he got out of jail? I thought he got reintroduced. I just figured he lived in the woods.
No, I took reintroduced to society as he's an ex-con.
Jail.
Oh, I didn't. I just thought he lived in the woods.
That's
and
that's
why
a
he was
term
sort
for
of,
people coming out of jail. Reintroduced
Oh.
to society.
Oh.
Yeah.
His reintegration.
Well,
Although
I
he
just
could
thought
absolutely be a hermit.
I thought very much he like lived in the woods somewhere and like made these shirts and like was just coming out to like sell these things because he's like, I can make money off of these things.
Maybe that's
Mhm.
how he learned how to woodwork, was jail. I don't know. I mean, I know they do the license plates still. I don't know. I don't know what they do in prison. I haven't been. So
California is pretty green. I think they do make wooden license plates now. I think it's a good call.
something to do, right? Like a task.
Something.
skill.
Yeah. Nine, what do we got on this episode? What's it ranked?
You guys want to take a guess?
I already looked it up. I know.
7.4.
I'm gonna say
Okay. You're gonna
You're gonna
say
what?
a 6.5.
Mm. I think
That is very
I
accurate.
think that's actually true. Yeah, like if you just
Yeah.
listen to one song, you're just like, okay, I don't want to be in the trunk somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Not bad.
Now, so this one is actually kind of accurate to what we kind of believe it would be. It is a 7.5 episode.
Oh,
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. But I thought it was interesting on the trivia, which Jeff Marshmallow, you
Yep.
probably
already seen it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. And
Although I think
that
this is
is
some
got-
BS
with-
trivia.
with 100,000 viewers. This is the lowest
130,000.
rated,
Yeah.
lowest rated episode of season 1,
Wow.
which is still solid because like a 7.5 as
That's
the lowest rated episode. That's a
Mhm.
great first season.
Yeah.
I will say again, I do think that's not trivia. That's just hey, go
Some
look
guy.
at the other episodes. But
Yeah.
also with that many viewers, but only 700 people ranking it,
Oh
Mm.
yeah,
so it's a bit misleading.
it is
Yeah.
a bit misleading. Yeah. So not that many viewers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No.
Interesting.
Well,
but
and
yeah,
in all
it's a nice-
fairness, too, I mean, these episodes, like the latter part of the season, came out in like COVID times, you know. So like,
Yeah.
how well? I think that was very much a transition time of like
Mhm.
taking like the actual TV viewers. Like, I don't think me and Jeff were watching this on actual TV. We were watching this once it hit Hulu. So like, I don't even know if those numbers were taken actually into account. And I think that was around the
Mhm.
time where like actual like live numbers were going down and subscriptions
Yeah.
for Netflix, Disney, Hulu, all these subscription based stuff started going up.
I don't
So-
actually even know if Disney Plus was out yet when this episode came out.
It came
But
out like shortly after this. Yeah.
I will
think
say,
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney.
sorry, Kirsten, I interrupted you.
No, I was just agreeing. I think,
Kirsten.
yeah.
Damn it, I did it again, motherfuck. Sorry,
It's okay.
my bad.
Leave a like on the video if you can pronounce your name right. Leave a comment. Leave a comment saying I know how to pronounce Kirsten's name.
I'm so
Just
marshmallow.
Let us know.
Appreciate
Just let us
it.
know if you're watching right now.
The likes
Let's
just
get her
shoot
some-
through the roof right
Get her
now.
some clout, yeah.
They're like, duh.
Love
But
it,
yeah,
love it.
Any
Any final-
comments for this? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say any final notes. about
No,
this
but I have a
episode?
question for you three.
Okay.
How much do you think a wooden shirt costs?
Oh, good question.
Because that was like nice finished wood
That was
Yeah.
nice finished wood.
and like a good amount of it.
Splinter free.
It's splinter free. That's
Because I don't think he didn't strike me as very smart to like really upcharge
Ooh.
his shit. And he didn't sell a lot. So he's probably getting to the point where he's like, I'm gonna have a sale.
Okay.
You were kind enough to put this shirt on this kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, $300, you know?
Right.
I was gonna-
right.
I've seen
Yeah, I
like
was gonna-
nice rolling pins for a couple $100.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
But it's kind of like a Jeanette rolling pin.
Just
Don't
really
get
getting that dough
balls
out there. Huh? Blake, I'm sorry, brother. I interrupted you.
I was
again.
gonna say I think somewhere between the neighborhood of like 180, 230 would be like accurate.
Yeah.
I was really
It
hoping we were going to
goes
see
hard.
some price in his booth,
I mean,
but there's
the
no
one
price
with
whatsoever.
the buttons, though, are those buttons?
Those
Yeah.
are buttons.
I feel like you gotta play,
And that one's got a
little bit of
hinge.
premium right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. So you can
Dude.
kind of.
There's one in the background of his booth that has a fucking wooden tie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see that in there.
What?
You got to get fancy if you're
Wood,
wearing wood,
weird.
But it's Dwight style. It's still short sleeve.
right? Also, hence the name of this episode. Again, if you have any funny moments you want to throw them in the comments for this episode, feel free to. But that is sort of the run of the mill episode. It's very much a rom-com story, and a will they, won't they? And come to find out by the end, they do. And not only that, Els also gets a little bit more advanced in his music career. So
Mhm.
sort of left with that. Now, this next episode, or is there any clips you wanted to show before we're out of here now?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. Let's see here.
Okay.
I'll pull
Now
up the
this
one.
next episode, I really enjoyed just because I'm a believer myself.
Yeah.
The episode is called PIBE, PIBE, play it by ear. That's what it stands for. I remember when me and Jeff were breaking this down, when it came out week by week, we're like, PIBE, like, what the fuck is
What
PIBE?
would pie? Yeah.
What does that even mean? And then when they break it down in the episode, we're like, oh.
Well,
I remember
especially
saying
'cause
it for
everything's-
quite a while, like just saying, like I'm just gonna pipe, and no one knows what I'm talking about. Like, what do you mean pipe? But just
Right.
never explaining myself.
Trying to make it happen.
Well, especially
Refuse
because
to
everything's a
elaborate
penis
further.
joke, like penith.
Yeah,
So if any word starts with a P, you're like, all right, how's this mean penis?
yeah,
you know?
exactly. right.
But do you understand it? But do you get it? Do you get what you're saying right now?
Do you even know what zenith means?
Right. this episode for me, of the two, way more
Oh, yeah.
funnier, way more back to the way that things are. Very Dave forward episode, where the last one he's sort of removed except for one scene. We'll start off this way. Nine, give me your top 3 moments or top 3 quotes from
Oh, I
this.
feel like I'm gonna take everybody's.
I know my favorite one's
I
gonna
mean,
get taken.
it's just the whole business meeting, though. It's a whole
Bruh.
business meeting. It is white Kanye West, which I'm pretty sure
On
is
my
in the thumbnail. I should have worn the Sixers
my
jersey
God.
again. Is that really him?
Yeah,
Yes, that's him as a kid.
That's really him.
Yeah.
that's a
Wearing
legit
the
pick of him.
Sixers. I should have worn the
Yeah.
Sixers jersey.
But
And
only if you had the super fluffy white sweater underneath it.
his comparisons, Eminem. Here it is. Here it is, right there. Let's see. if
Oh
we
god,
can-
that's so cringe in the best ways.
And it is so crazy because of what Kanye West has become now.
Yeah.
So here, I'm just gonna play this clip.
He wouldn't like Dave too much.
Except I'm white.
It's this lady's face. This lady's reaction could probably go up there as like just one of mine, just like the confusion and then acceptance of what's happening here.
Well, it's funny because she's like, "Oh, now that you say it, yeah, you are. Oh my God, yeah,
Yeah.
Records and sales. It's just it sucks, but it's a cold hard truth. I hate that it's true, by the way.
Why does Dave kind of look like the white Kanye photo, but then that black guy sitting there kind of looks like Black Dave?
Exactly.
It's just so confusing.
The best part to me is that like people who are trying to get artists have to cater to this insanity and just be like,
right.
Oh, okay. Just listen to it.
Exactly. We gotta hear out every pitch. And yes, Film Age. Just like
It was
almost like
really.
some of the peak Dave moments are just like
He brings up
stacked
Zayn
within.
Malik, and I was just like, "Where is he going with this?"
Right?
And
And he
he's
goes nowhere
wearing
with it.
the suit.
No, he goes somewhere.
Oh,
He is wearing the Zayn suit to the meeting to like increase his like sex appeal. Like, I'm Zayn, I'm Eminem, I am the white Kanye West, and he's like actually selling it to them, and it's hilarious.
I'll say this, and you know what, Film Age Studios in the comments, look this up, maybe help us out with this video. But there is, if you notice, like you were the one who pointed out in Atlanta, I think it was season 3, season 4, the red and white, checker, the sort of coloration everywhere.
Mhm.
If you notice in this season and even in the next one, Dave's color when he's when he's in Lil Dicky mode is peach. He wears peach.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jeff.
Look at the background. Look at the color of his boxers.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Look at it. Just look at our screen right now.
First, like the first shirt he wears in the first episode, peach. He wears a peach suit. I'm just saying, look into it. In the words of Alex Jones, we got the documents. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. What was that?
We got the documents.
There it is.
Disco Ball Glitter, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I Heart PIBE, I keep waiting for Benny to call Dave Chuck because of what's coming in season 2.
I get you, Chuck.
It's okay, Chuck. We got it, Chuck.
I didn't notice the suit. Yeah, you better notice it now. Like, that is one of the best. Like, I think it may have taken me a couple, like on my second watch, I was like, oh, he's literally trying to imitate Zayn right now.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Zayn Malik.
In
Yeah.
a weird way.
What is your number 2, Nine?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I just covered like all of it. I'm just going to I'm going to just regulate, just like all of those small moments in the meetings. I'll just so I'm not stealing.
You're just gonna take
all of those little ones. Yeah.
Fair.
Jeff, go for it.
Yes! Oh my god! I so thought someone was gonna take it. The funniest thing in the entire series.
I know what you're gonna say because
the iced tea.
Yes.
The iced tea.
Exactly. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Find that scene and play it.
I literally cried watching it this time, and I've seen it dozens of times before. Oh shit! You guys got a hole in your table?
It's such good continuity. Too.
It just said Tina.
There it is.
That's it's from the milking.
We're not happy about it.
Okay.
And they all look.
This line right here, where
Well, it's still going.
And we're not happy about it, are we?
We're not happy about it, are we? Just cut it out.
I'm so happy.
All right, why don't you guys come here? Have some homemade iced tea.
Ali's reaction to that though is way too good. Just like the little, like, oh no, we
got found out again.
Out right now, exposed to everybody.
The funniest part in my mind is like right after this when when Mike tries explaining it. but then it just sinks down a little bit more while he's talking.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Like-
But that's the funniest part.
Ever so slower, yeah.
All right, so that's one, and that's my favorite. Two, I'm gonna throw in with. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed, but right before that part, when Els comes back from grabbing a beer and he hands one to Emma, Allie just gets a look. She just looks at the beer, looks at Emma and Els, and I never noticed it before today's rewatch. Yeah. So that one, I just really liked that they kept. It was just such a small thing from the last episode, but they kept it going. By the way, Nine, we
Nice.
can't see shit if
Oh,
you're trying to show
sorry,
it to us.
sorry.
Yeah, we
No,
can
no,
hear
you're
it.
good,
We
buddy.
can't see it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a clip actually.
And then
You're good,
there
you're
was
good.
number 3, Jeff.
And number 3, I'm gonna kind of steal from Nine here. During the meetings, when Dave goes, I just learned it's supposed to be pronounced Latinx.
Bro, that was my number 1 because when I watched that the first time and heard him say that, first of all, Latinx was never really a thing until like 2019, 2020. And I was like, every Mexican I knew was like, what the fuck is a Latinx? Is that like a new like pepper spray or something? Was that a new like hot sauce? Is that a new like restaurant? Like, is that like a Taco Bell kind of coming? What is a Latinx? A new club? Like, bro, because like nobody knows what the fuck that is. When I heard it though, and he said Latinx, I legit died. So that was on my list.
so good.
So good call.
I'm glad I could steal it from you. But yeah,
I
so
know.
literally right here, it's really quick. They don't address it. Just watch Ellie's face.
It's jutting. It's like he's trying to.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah, that's nice. That's nice, especially just
Yeah.
going off of
Subtle look,
last
subtle look.
episode. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Didn't even. It's like
Women
okay.
notice things.
Hey, Kirsten.
notice.
Do women notice things?
Some of us, yeah. Sometimes I just don't give a fuck. So I'm that friend where they're like, "Did you see that?" I'm like, "I didn't care."
Yeah, you just grabbed me a drink.
They're like, I was high. I don't know.
Cool, I was drunk.
He did,
But yeah, those are my 3.
Nice. Kirsten, what were your top 3?
So definitely Nine stole one of mine. White Kanye was.
Mm.
I love when Marshmallow beat the fuck out of Elle. Just bam. And
Nice little
then,
headbutt.
of course, Benny Blanco, and the first
Oh.
time he meets Dave and his whole monologue, which I was debating if I should even read an ounce of or just leave it alone.
That scene just popped up right now, and
Same,
somebody lay me down, pour buttermilk all over me, dust me in a light dusting of cornflakes, front flip me into a deep fryer, spit on my asshole, flip me back around, shove wasabi up my dick hole, put fucking sashimi all over me, and light me on fire gently, blow me off, lick me down like my body's a maze till you get right to the bottom, right about there, and I want you to suck me right now. That's what
Well done, Chuck.
Hold on. Is that like right at this part? Or
That's when he
No,
walks in.
Or
the house.
this. It's right when Dave shows up.
Shortly before that. Shortly right before he walks in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like outside when he says it.
Yeah.
Like,
So
he's
go back a little bit more.
sending Benny a text as Benny opens
Yeah.
the door and says it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Got it. Pull it up. Pull it up. Let's watch this. Everybody gather around.
Yes.
Over me, dust me in a light dusting of cornflakes, flip me into a deep fryer, spit on my asshole, flip me back around, dick hole, fucking sashimi all over me, gently blow me off, haze till you get to the bottom, right about there, and I want you to suck me. Right.
You're like, what's up, buddy? Hey, come in.
How many takes do you think that took?
I love how they
Bro.
just keep on like going from wide and then close up to wide. It's just like this is going on for so goddamn much. Can you Please. Yeah,
I wish they just showed like a neighbor
Absolutely.
walking the dog past while he's
Right.
doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love at the party later where he's like, he's got enough
He says-
for him, all those people, and they're just like, oh, it's Benny.
Yeah. If you follow Benny on Instagram, like I
do,
follow
yeah.
Benny, and he's very much like that. Like,
Oh yeah,
and he
That's
just is exactly how he is
gotta
on the
get
show. It's
kind of crazy.
it's very funny.
in real life all the
Great.
time.
great.
Uh-huh.
I suggest
But look at
everybody.
this house. Look at this house right here. This is just
It's a legit
it's
house.
legitimate, like
Couple
brutalist,
$1,000.
postmodern.
Shit,
Yeah,
he's
a
saying
couple
the house
thousand.
that Warner Brothers got Biebs for free. He's like, this house is a piece of shit. Look at this artwork. I mean, like, yeah.
He doesn't even
Oh.
have it all hooked up to smart.
Right.
Right.
I guess have we all just ran through all of us?
No,
No.
we're waiting on Kirsten and then me.
Okay.
Yeah, Kirsten, I think we only got through 2 of yours.
Was
Yeah.
it just you? No,
Uh-huh.
I thought it
White
was
Kanye.
White Kanye,
Benny.
Benny Marcos, and then
And Marshmallow.
And
Headbutting.
Marshmallow.
Oh yeah,
That's
Marshmallow
right.
headbutt.
All right, so I think we got Money Dave Weather.
Oh yeah, that's me. All right, so he's took my Latinx one. That's okay,
Yes.
bro. And I'm surprised Kirsten didn't go for it because it's part of her title when what's his name? When Gator says, "I got some salmon fresh out the Atlantic."
No, I'm not putting some backpack salmon on my
Backpack
grill.
salmon. Yeah.
Dude, just doesn't even expire for like 3 more days.
Almost forgot.
Right.
I got some
Right here.
bro. Fresh out the Atlantic.
Bro.
Salmon in your backpack? It's gonna be like really.
You gonna cook this shit for me or not? I cannot. I'm not putting it on my grill.
He's looking at it confused.
It'll
Nice.
expire for another couple of days. Yeah. But the terminology, they are in California, and he says fresh out of the Atlantic. That is
You're
across
right.
across-
Yeah.
that is across the United States, sir. What you mean
He's
fresh?
just gonna make it seem a little bit more foreign. Just for the-
Check that
You don't
expiration
want
date
the-
again, partner.
Maybe check the month on that date again. You know, just
Yeah.
be real certain what's going on.
This is my number 2 right here. If anybody knows Lil Dicky's music and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
when he shows Benny Blanco his song, when Benny's like, "Play me another song,"
Yeah.
the lyrics, not the beat, but the lyrics are to one of his songs called "Professional Rapper" that has
Mhm.
Snoop Dogg in it. It's not the beat, but it is the lyrics, and my flow is amazing. I can tell that for dating, but for example, I ain't nobody spit like that whole thing. That
Mhm.
actually, that verse is from Professional Rapper, which me and Jeff, when we broke down this show, we're like, I just really love how he includes real bits of real
his-
life into the
Right.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a nice little Easter egg. My final one, and this is my favorite. Well, like I forgot how much I love this. Was the scene where he's getting ready for the party and pretending
Yes.
to talk to like every single celebrity.
Yeah.
Riri!
That's good shit right there.
I was actually going to ask everyone what was everyone's favorite line from that scene.
The ending, then
The Kevin Spacey one? Like,
Kevin Spacey. You gotta go.
I don't know. I liked, yeah, Key and Peele. It's actually pretty normal for hair to go all the way up a man's shaft.
surprised you didn't know that. No, one of mine. What I realized was when he said, "So Elon, are you Korean?
Oh, yeah.
What ethnicity are you? Are you Korean?" And I was just like, "Bro, what?"
well, but then he goes, like he laughs at his own terrible joke. Oh man.
Get some of that going.
Oh god.
Where's it at? Oh yeah, that's right at the end.
What do you say? I bet you played a little mean.
Justin, man to man.
What's your life, Mr. Spacey? You should go.
P.S. The color of his shirt when he's telling Mr. Spacey
Peach.
to leave. Yeah,
Peach.
peach.
No, there's something
Same
to
thing
it.
with Kanye.
So, do you think it's important that while he's like going through outfits and everything, he wears that peach shirt. But then when he shows up to the party, he's not wearing peach. He's not being himself. Or do you think that that's more himself?
No.
I mean,
I think it said he's
no,
not.
he's trying to
celebrity it up.
be flashy. This little get up right here.
But I gotta say, I was impressed with how he just real calm and simply slid his way into the Kardashian talk. You know?
Right,
yeah, that was nice.
Like that was actually pretty fucking smooth.
That scene is very funny too. It gave me an appreciation for Kourtney Kardashian. I'm like, oh, that's cool. She'd be able to make fun of herself.
Yeah, oh, totally.
Yeah.
Forgot how like star-studded this show actually was. There's like
the first
a
season was
different person
nice.
every single episode.
Uh-huh.
I do want to mention that. Wait, Money Dave, Weather, are you done with your?
Yeah, that was all three.
Okay, because we actually did not go and from what started it all, this episode's namesake, and kind of the craziest thing is that we're not going over the essential part of this is that it PIBE.
No, real good idea, man. You got anything else? He's probably gonna remember this the rest of his life.
But yeah, tonight you come. I'll come. Yeah, cool. All right. Yep. Cool.
Oh, it was before then where he said PIBE.
Well,
is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
But
it's got
no, actually, I think it was just about to happen.
PIBE. Yeah, PIBE. Play it by ear. It's a new
PIBE. Yeah, play it by ear.
I like how he says
It's
it's got
so
no
confusing.
legs. No legs. Yeah.
No legs. No legs.
Maybe if you want to, get it going.
Nothing. Bro, Bieber's so funny.
Well, and now since we were just talking about that scene, something that I laughed so fucking hard. Beeps out. No, I'm just kidding. I don't talk like that. I'm a regular person.
Yeah.
All right.
As if you are.
He is. He's a very normal person. I feel like he would make a great guest on 9NerdYards. So if anybody knows Justin Bieber, tell him to come on the show.
I mean, if he's having a night and he's just pibing, we got this going on.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. The Biebs.
Also,
both Atlanta and Dave.
Oh yeah,
both
each one has
featured
their own.
Yeah, he
Justin
starred in
Bieber.
both.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What are you talking
I
about?
think
It was the same age, wasn't it?
Same Bieber, yeah. Same Bieber.
My bad.
All right,
Where
so
are we going?
mine. I'm at the party scene, and something that I loved again about Kourtney Kardashian was it. I feel like it was a really great foreshadowing that I obviously didn't catch the first time we watched it. When he's like asking me, he goes, "Hey, I got a question for you." Which, by the way, he completely interrupts her talking. He goes, "I got a quick question for you," and he goes, "How does it feel to be like one of the most famous people on earth with your entire family?" And her response is, "I mean, I'd much rather be doing it with my family than doing it alone."
Right.
Which I feel like is such good foreshadowing to the next season.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Little sagely wisdom from the Kardashians.
Right?
Who knew?
Mhm.
Who knew?
Kardashian actually means sage in Old English. I'm surprised I didn't know that.
Stage mode right there.
Jot that down.
Professional shamans.
So the A plot of this particular episode is Dave attempting to get that record label locked down. It looks like he finally lands with the record company that he likes and is meeting with Benny Blanco to further his rap career. And then sort of the B plot is the relationship that he has with Allie, essentially, right? Like she's hanging with Elle. She's asking him, do you think Dave is going to be as big as he says he is? Like it is sort of this, like, she is the B plot and they have their own misadventures. But like you start to see like the questioning of like, all right, like where's this going? Like these are real things I think anybody in a relationship would ask.
Yeah, Belichick had some questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think part of the genius in the writing of this first season of Dave, especially, is that as the season wears on, Allie actually becomes more of a B plot. She's pretty central in Dave's life at the beginning of the season, and then she herself becomes B in everything he thinks about and does. And so by the end of the season, it makes sense that their breakup is inevitable.
That's
right.
Really
that is a great point.
God damn.
As you notice her scenes, she gets less as a scene partner with Dave as the season wears on, and she's more like, oh, Allie went to school. Allie went here. Allie's with Elle. Allie's with Emma. You never really, they're just like ships in the night at a certain point. And so she really is his B plot.
And the interesting part about that too, now that I'm thinking about it, is, but it's not even like in a normal relationship where it's like, oh, we're just so busy, we're working all the time. Dave's not that busy.
No,
he's just not focusing.
Yeah. He's just piping around. Yeah.
She's no fuck me silly 3000. Sorry.
Oh my God. That setup for that scene with that thing is just pure TV gold. It's so disturbing.
It was quite uncomfortable watching it for the first time, but I think after you watch it a time or two, you're like, all right, this is what Dave does. You're like, does this.
I mean, I know I brought it up in our first breakdown, Blake, but I don't know if I brought it up in this last one. Just like,
no, I don't own one.
The stick with the tissue on it, as opposed to just like grabbing the tissue and dabbing it clean. No, like he's like so afraid he's got to stick a stick. Anyway, sorry.
The stick with the toilet paper. Yeah, it was.
He freaked out like what he's done. He's like, my God.
I'm so ashamed.
I can't believe I would do this. Headless, torso-less, legless. Or no,
is that post-nut clarity?
Post-nut clarity. It's a thing.
Oh, shit.
It's a thing.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about the Fuck Me Silly 3 and how it's so heavy because it's the weight of humanity.
Why is it so heavy?
I mean, you just asked so many questions.
Right. Where's the other half? I don't know anything about that. But yeah.
Wouldn't it be weirder if it was like a whole body, no head, or it was a whole body with a head?
I mean, they sell those.
Like,
yeah, they sell different.
You know, they sell those, right?
Yeah, real dolls.
Yeah.
I've seen them. I think that's worse. Like now you've got to make eye contact with it.
Yeah, but you know, it's really worth the investment, at least as long as you get the harness. From my research, desk chairs are with the wheels really important. Anyway, hey, what were we talking about?
Across your floor and those wheels. Gonna hurt yourself. Be careful.
Gotta make sure to limber up. I could not tell you how much to save my life. $1,400.
All right, we're gonna real doll. Oh, it's like, wait, what's it called?
A real doll.
Real doll, I thought.
Yeah, the full ones.
All right, I'm going to be put on the list.
At least according to Real Sex on HBO in the 90s, that's what it was called. Right. I'm glad that's where we know it from.
I just remember seeing that episode and being like, there's no fucking way. It just absorbed.
I remember just being like, that's like, did they make this so that necrophiliacs could like be legal?
Right? Because it wasn't normal dudes.
This right here.
You can get so many different ones.
The legs were so jiggly.
Yeah, because you custom them. Like the one guy that was like, I made her look like my ex-girlfriend so we could be together forever. And she's just
coincidentally, no one has seen her since the day we broke up.
Right? Like coincidence.
Their mouths are never closed. Anytime you see them, I'm like,
well, I mean, let's be honest. If you went through what they went through, you'd be pretty shocked too.
Right?
For facts.
Things that only therapists should hear about.
Oh man. I really should just give my therapist a show.
I love this.
Anyway,
shot right here.
It's like a peach Gumby.
We're so jiggly, very weird to keep in a closet. What about your shower, Kenya? Would you just have it kind of hanging up in your shower?
That was a height of opportunity. more than anything.
I'm just going through this website. I cannot put it on YouTube right now.
No,
No.
no, you cannot.
But you can get so many different types.
Just research
Very
it on
curvy doll.
What's the cheapest?
Okay. you want to go for the cheapest one, huh?
Yeah,
Of course.
Really, the cheapest one?
Banging on a budget, buddy.
When I'm let me put this
No
filter on.
customizations. No extra.
Okay, so right now, what I'm saying in the curvy section is, god damn, it is a $1,300 investment there.
$1,300 to masturbate.
Whenever you want, though.
I think
You
this is
can
a
do
little
that
bit more
for
than
free.
masturbation here.
Do it whenever you want for free.
Right.
Oh,
Let's
you
Let's
know
be
what?
honest, though. Even though you're fucking the fake doll, that's still masturbation, right?
Right.
Yeah, because it's by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like these
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's-
Uh-oh.
smaller ones.
Did we just awaken
They're-
something
they're-
in mine?
Yeah, I'm about to, to spend it all on.
No, it's like, all right, how much
next
do I got
episode-
Patreon wise?
Next episode, you're going to see me with
Your
gonna be
girlfriend?
9 and my girlfriend. Yeah. Okay, let's see here.
I can't wait till he names her Allie.
11.
He's a little young, buddy.
Right? Yeah. Let's make that.
No, I mean, if I'm 9,
Oh,
and
no.
Blake is going to be 10, then I need
Right.
to like one.
Oh, no, no.
You gotta have 11.
Blake's 10.
Yeah.
We followed the logic. It was just
Yeah,
still faulty.
it's probably.
Right? Yeah.
I am going to be banned. I am fucking, my career's
That's-
over with.
That's just as bad as when Dave said, 12-year-olds will love me. And he's like, wait,
Will
not like-
want to marry me.
Right, will want to marry me, but I'm not going to want to marry them because I'm not into. Yeah.
There's a guy who has a few real dolls. I think he started with one. Now he has a few. I think the first is his wife. Okay.
All right, correct
And
me if I'm
this
wrong,
guy has
but
to
I
be
think
divorced
him and his
now,
wife got
yeah.
divorced too.
Mm.
Wow.
Like, I think that's a
left it.
real thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
He took half.
This is the scene of the alimony.
Yeah. But yeah, you can get like
that,
ones that
yeah.
are like $600, but they're like tiny, apparently.
Sorry, like little people or like the fuck me
Well,
silly
let
3,
me
like
see
it's
if
a
I can
half a person.
find one like screenshot of what's going on here because
Like
this
wearing a
is
nice
stuff
like a nice
I
evening dress or
wish
something.
You guys can experience this with me.
You should
I'm
not
okay.
share.
I'm good.
I just left
Any of
Blake's
that.
face right now. He's just
No,
Don't
Why
do
did-
it. We're going to get taken off.
silent.
We're gonna take.
Hey
you
guys,
down.
why did Money Blakeweather quit the podcast? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god!
Jim too much.
One of these.
Do that in your own time.
One of these is like literally a guy is on like the
Yes.
promo photo is like a guy on a date with one of these things, and he has like French fries and ketchup packets,
Oh no.
and then the next screenshot is of him pouring the ketchup packets all over her areas.
This is not.
Is there
I
one
don't-
after that where his mouth is covered in ketchup?
Okay, well, this is here.
Oh
Last
my
week on the
gosh.
news because we're told there was a dead body in the river and it turned out to be a real doll.
Well, hey, that's a happy ending.
That
more
is-
ways than one.
that is-
Right,
No, maybe
somebody's still alive.
Jesus.
No, Phil Mage, I'm pretty sure they don't make real dolls of Jesus.
Yeah, probably.
This right here. The guy's name is Dave Cat.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Remember that.
Oh no.
He's a
Alright.
TV personality.
Looking it up.
Now,
Oh, no.
Wait. He's a TV personality. You wouldn't guess, but the TV show is My Strange Addiction.
my strange
Wow.
probably you would not.
I would guess that.
Daily Mail, first Daily Mail article. Dave Cat, 40, has shunned organic women to marry synthetic doll.
Wow.
These are just
We just went down a weird rabbit hole, and
Yeah.
I want to talk about Dave. I don't want to talk about synthetic women.
So I got another
That's
thing for
part
this
of the
episode.
program, man. That's part of the program.
Yeah,
All right. So this episode, it's our first introduction to Benny Blanco,
Benny Blanco.
and at times he seems like just a real asswipe. Like he's just telling Dave flat out, he's like, "Yeah, like you're great, you're so much fun. I mean, your songs suck, but other than that, da da da."
Yeah.
And like, so you're like, "Wow, he's kind of a piece of shit, huh?" And then like, he's talking about how L's beats suck, and then like, when they show up, he's like kind of giving Dave shit about it. Which, by the way, I will say, that was really fucked up that they showed up at the party without asking, and Benny should have. But the part that impressed me was L's like, "Oh, what's up? You say my beats suck," and Benny just doubles down. He's like, "Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But tell you
If
what,
you have good beats,
send them to me." And he's like, "Man, I don't got your number." He goes, "I'll give you my number right now. You can send them. You can send any good beat to me right now." And like, from how Benny kind of like started in the episode, I didn't expect that from him.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed with him too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I'm saying your stuff sucks, but if you're telling me you got better, I'm willing to listen.
yeah, I don't think he means to come across like an asshole as much as he means to come across as like, hey, you need a harsh critic, because if you want to be successful, we have to like cut the shit and we have to like be good. And I know
Yeah.
how to be good.
And I mean, Benny Blanco actually is just like about that life too.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he stopped counting number ones at 20.
Mhm.
Right.
Well,
Crazy.
What a scene. What a
Very weird
scene.
silhouette.
but
yeah.
because like, and especially like, you know, there's a lot of what's it called, something honesty,
What, brutal?
brutal honesty. No, like I'm people who are brutally honest, but all the time, no matter what. There's a term for them. I don't remember, but like those people are always like, well, you know what, kind of fuck you a little bit, but then they don't follow up with like, but hey, I'm willing to help you, and
Right.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Critical
I think
honesty.
maybe. I think it's also to show though that like, hey, here's the seedlings of this relationship that Dave and Benny Blanco are gonna blossom into.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about productive criticism? Is that the phrase that you're looking for? I'm trying to help you.
I mean that's what Benny's actually doing.
Let me
But
help
like,
you.
there's a term for people who say they're like, "Oh, I'm just honest all the time," but like, I'm actually just an asshole.
Right.
Pessimist?
Yeah.
Assholes.
Yeah.
Just dicks. Douchebags?
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what they call themselves.
Hmm.
You know,
Realists.
Geniuses?
Terry.
Realists. I've heard people call them
Oh,
Terry's.
the terrorizer.
Yeah,
Terry the
no, I've heard
Terrorizer.
people call themselves realists. They're like, I'm just a realist. I'll just tell you how it is. But then they can't take it if they ask your honest opinion and you give it to them. They're like, whoa. Like, well, just a minute ago, you were telling me that my shit sucks. So I don't know what you
Right.
yeah, I feel like I get the sense from Benny is that he's busy, he's an industry professional, and he does recognize talent, but he also doesn't have time for you to fuck around. So if that's
Right.
not your best beat, why are you giving it to your friend if you're trying to help your friend get better?
True.
Like, you should have brought the hard beats and given them to Dave instead of saving them back, thinking that Dave can't amount to anything because he's making the climb and Elle's staying here.
Right. Big facts.
So
Big
I think he's just busy, and I think he's just like, listen, either get me your good shit or move along and be fine with it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is not industry standard here, what you're doing, guy.
Yeah.
So, and I know industry standard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really think it's just one of those plot devices that's used to like introduce us to like, okay, he's a funny guy and he really likes Dave, but he's here for music too. He's got a certain taste and he's successful with it. So
he didn't get that house. He's sitting on his ass.
Right.
He's the guy that makes my beats.
Okay. Honestly, your beats, they suck.
right?
Wait, if you have great beats, why don't you send them to me?
He's like, that's a good idea.
He's like, I didn't see that coming.
He's like, okay, you're gonna actually help me here. Yeah,
Mhm.
good stuff here.
Plus, you showed up pissed drunk to a party you weren't invited to. So the fact
Yeah.
that you're nice to you at all is a godsend. Like, he should have sent your ass packing.
True. What else we got for this episode?
No, that's. I mean,
What was about
I don't
it?
have a whole bunch of more notes. There's just a lot of funny bits, and there's a lot of funny lines, and coming from this episode back from the last one, it sort of elevates us back into the storyline, which
Yeah.
I very much
Mhm.
like.
Mhm.
So, we need IMDb. What is the IMDb score on here? Who's pulling it up? And has anybody looked it up?
I got
looked
it.
it
I
up.
already looked it up.
Okay.
Say,
So it's between you and Kirsten.
I'm gonna go with
purposely
7
pronounce your
point.
name wrong, and then
I'm gonna go with
Didn't even do it.
7.9. 8.
Huh?
No. 8.1. 8.1.
I'm gonna give it a 9.2. I bet people really like this.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Well, I mean, I think everyone really did like this one, but
Yeah.
it is sitting at an 8.1, right?
mhm.
Nice.
8.1, right? But it's also saying that this is the highest rated episode of season 1.
Oh, okay.
Another reason why I was saying like, yeah, these
It
are
doesn't really
meaningless.
mean much because listen, the last episode that was 7.5 had 720 or whatever, and then this one has 625. So not many people are rushing to go rate this on IMDb in the first
Right.
place.
I'll say
Right.
this: I feel like that bit of trivia was added when this was the newest episode.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Facts. Big facts.
Um,
Love it. Well, is there any other closing notes before we wrap up this episode from anybody? We'll start with Kirsten. Anything from you?
No, I think that like we were talking about, I'm glad that it got back to being just regular ass Dave episode. And then again, I really think it's clever that Allie became completely the B plot in this. She's off
Mhm.
on her own. She, a little bit with Elle, but the way that they center her in scenes too, like even when she's sitting with Elle, she's kind of like hunched over and kind of behind people and not really
mhm,
there. When she shows up at the party, she's a little bit behind Dave and kind of shadowed. And so Dave seems like he stands out more in those scenes than Allie. And so it really reinforces that she's not kind of going to be there in the future, or at
taking
least,
the back seat a bit, yeah.
yeah. So I just thought that was like really clever the way that they sort of did that.
Did the
Some interesting
blocking.
foreshadowing. Yeah.
Well, because it
Love
plays
it.
with your mind too as a viewer. You're like, oh, Allie's there, whatever. You stop caring about her as a character because she's
Mhm.
not in the forefront of any of these scenes. She's just there.
Mhm.
It's like
Mhm.
a girlfriend
Totally.
that shows up with a friend, and you're like, oh, you brought the girlfriend, and you don't really know her name,
Mhm.
You're like, oh, you're Billy's girlfriend. She's like, I have a name. You're like, sure, yeah, that's okay.
Right.
Totally PG.
but you talk to no one at parties, so it's gonna be hard to learn it,
Right. Love it. Jeff, any closing notes from you?
2. 1, I'm gonna piggyback off Kirsten's and just how the interesting part I think about the whole Allie becoming the beeline is also when Dave brings up he's got a girlfriend to Benny and his girlfriend, they're just like, well, then why isn't she here?
Yeah, where is she?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it was there. It could have just as easily been like oh, you're an up and coming rapper and you have a girlfriend. How stupid! Like the trope about oh, you're going to college with a girlfriend. They could have done that trope real easy, but instead their response was just like, why wouldn't you invite your partner with you?
A single comment here. I love the face of like just complete surprise that Dave has.
Yeah, I was actually wondering that
Benny, he's just like in complete horrific like shock that Benny pulls.
And I think that comes into play next season a lot too. Dave like, oh man, I could have the best. I could have so much, and it's like, man, Allie was the best.
Mhm.
Allie,
Yeah.
Molly, anyway. But the other thing I had was I figured it out. The term's radical candor, and those people are dicks.
Radical candor.
Yeah.
Candor.
Yeah,
That
I like that.
sounds like a dick term. It really does.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the thing is with radical, because like if you're brutally honest, if someone asks you a question, you're going to answer no matter what. With radical candor, even like this is my thought. I need to tell everyone this thought right now. That's what, extra dickish.
It's like that extra step. Oh, there's a hole.
Wow.
Damn.
P.S.
Radical
Learned it because
candor.
of the show Silicon Valley, which is actually a fucking hilarious show.
Interesting.
I need to check it out.
Yeah.
It's so. Excuse me.
If
it's so
somebody
funny.
named
I
their
heard
kid
before.
Radical Candor, they should just no. Like
Yeah,
you are a horrible
you're
parent.
done.
You're a horrible parent.
Dude, there's at least
don't
3
name-
of them, and you know that.
There's at least 3.
Homeschool.
It's a homeschool kid. Yeah.
One of them is definitely going to be next
Fucking-
senator or something too.
Dude, check what Kenya just said.
Oh no.
I'm amazed
My God,
HR
what
didn't
kind
just
of
burn the
whole
place
life.
down if that was the
Wow.
case.
For the employees, I would revolt.
Right?
That's not
Man,
right. I'll get
imagine-
radical in that bitch. Yeah.
Imagine working in a company as HR and then like the execs are like, hey, everyone, we're going to start doing radical candor. And HR is just like, oh God, fucking no. No.
No, we're not.
I can't do that much paperwork. You know?
It's bad enough when I worked for Disney for almost 10 years, and they would do psych evals on you, but always after like a 16-hour shift when you're at your lowest, just
Right.
to see if you had fucking lost it yet.
They just see the bloodshot eyes and like just like the clenching the hands over and over.
If a child
Becoming
falls
more
in front of
goofy.
you, what do you do? I'm like, you leave them.
You show them the fuck me silly 3. That's what.
Whoa! Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
you're telling me
Oh,
if
I
you're like
forgot
in the
to,
goofy suit for 16 hours, that's not going to be traumatizing kids is the only thing you want to say after 16 hours of that suit.
You what? You what?
I forgot that reaction.
I've been waiting for that to pop up for a couple.
Yeah, I was
forgot
like,
that
we
I
had this.
forgot that we had that. Loaded up.
I just want to point out, I didn't know we had that loaded. That was amazing.
Utilize get random points from now on.
So great. On that note, let's get on out of here. Kirsten, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you for all things Nerd Nation related, whether it's The Last of Us, Mandalorian, or Dave?
I am on Twitter the most, at Kirsten Cobb 1 or Instagram Kirsten_Cobb. So you're just gonna have to look at my name spelling because it's got a Y in there. Just remember the Y. But
Very
yeah,
nice.
those are the 2 main ones. I mean, you can find me on any social media, but those are the easiest ones to get a hold of me.
Awesome. Everybody got to go follow Kirsten. Jeff, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you for all things Dave related?
Well, I mean, you can always try and Skype with me, Don Cheadle's driveway at littletiki2.com. It's because of the hackers.
Hackers, yeah.
You can try and find me on Facebook, Jeff Madel, MADL. You can try and find me on Instagram, Madel Jeff. I'm always, if you flip over to YouTube, you can find me on 9NerdYards, and in about, I think it's like 7-ish days now, evidently I'm gonna have to go to South by because my good new friend Kirsten is gonna be visiting.
Fantastic.
We're gonna party.
Gonna party hard. 9, where can people find you and what do we got going on the channel, man?
You can find us right here on 9NerdYards YouTube. That's also Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We're hunting all over the place, as Kirsten would say. And we have a new video, or just another breakdown of The Mandalorian, chapter 17. Is that chapter 17?
Yeah,
17.
Yeah, chapter 17. Season 3, episode 1, whatever. And that should be in the morning, tomorrow morning. Get that
dropping in the
while
morning.
you can. Yeah. And another video on the Oscar nominations. I watched every single Oscar movie and I'm putting that together, just like my quick reviews on each of those, so you guys can be in the know. So look out for that this weekend.
Okay, fantastic.
Hey, Money Dave Weather.
What's happening?
Where can people
Where
find
do
you, brother?
you?
Oh, I'm glad y'all asked. I thought nobody ever would. You can find me, Money Blake Weather, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, or TikTok. Also, follow 9NerdYards on TikTok. We're just uploading clips all the time. If you're on there, go ahead and follow us there. Oh
Doing a
man!
great job, Blake. I really appreciate
Also,
that. No radical candor here.
no radical candor.
No
I'm not doing it.
radical candor.
Man, you're doing so good, 9-10 yards. So fuck that up.
Okay. 9-10 yards.
9-10 yards. I heard that.
Yeah, it's just 9-10 yards now.
You can follow my other podcast, Unfiltered Bachelor, or on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or you can follow it on your favorite podcast app, Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere podcasts are. That's where my show is. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Look out for Mandalorian dropping in the morning. So if you can't get enough of us for some reason, you love to hear our voices for some crazy reason, or if you miss Terry and you just want to see him, you just want to see him before he flew off to Turkey. You can watch him. You can watch The Mandalorian. It'll be dropping in the morning. So I want to thank everybody out there. Hope y'all have a great rest of the week. Thank you so much, Kenya, Film Age, Disco Ball for throwing in comments. Everybody who's liked this, shared this. We appreciate you. And whatever time you're listening to this, morning, evening, afternoon, we do appreciate the replay. Until the next time, we will see you. Peace.
Peace.